Hey guys, so yes, I am being a complete and utter lard today, mostly just because this morning, or well, this afternoon at noon, I had a therapist appointment massage therapist appointment with a therapist at my gym. I did something to my knee, must have been a few weeks ago, and I have been in pain for the last few weeks. That's why I'm currently laying on my bed, because I don't know what I did, and it happened, funny enough, after a night of drinking. I woke up the next morning, and my knee, it was just throbbing in pain, and then the pain shot down to my ankle, and from there, it pretty much hurt for 30 minutes, and then it stopped. And then the pain has been on and off for the last, few weeks, and the 10K probably didn't help, and I do work out I work out every few times a week too, so I do some intense weight training, which probably didn't help whatever I did. But from figuring out this afternoon, it looks like one of the muscles in my right leg isn't as strong as, I guess, the one in the left. So apparently I haven't been working it out properly, or it's just not, I didn't use it properly, or something with the fact that I was doing squats wrong, and the fact that I rollerblade, and just a whole bunch of other factors that we figured out that I probably don't use that muscle as much as I should. And with all the with all the straining I've done over or all the things that I've done over the last few weeks, it's probably put a strain on it. So the guy ended up doing some acupuncture on my leg, which was the first time I've ever done acupuncture. It was a very weird feeling. I mean, only two of the needles going in actually hurt, and then he attached it to an electro machine that I guess pulsed electricity or energy through my leg, and it was so weird because for almost an hour it was just pulsing. My muscles were pulsing, and eventually I got used to it, and he kept cranking it up. So at some points it really started to hurt, and it wasn't too bad towards the end. Eventually it all just kind of numbed out. But it was a very weird experience. I was gonna ask him if I could take a picture, because it looks like I had literally just shoved my knee into a porcupine, because I had a whole bunch of needles in and around my leg, around my knee, and then below my knee and above my knee. Just pretty much sitting on my leg. It was really funny. It was a really weird experience. I've never had any acupuncture or massage therapy before. I definitely have to say that wasn't even the most painful part. That was tolerable, and I have a pretty high pain tolerance. Excuse me. So the needles weren't too bad. I think the worst part was afterwards when he pulled all of them out, which wasn't the bad part, but when he pulled them all out and then began to massage my muscles, that hurt like a bitch. I was almost in tears. I was in so much pain when he was massaging the outside of my leg and then the inside of my leg, and it's my right leg that's busted, and that's the leg that I use all the time. So it was really weird to find out that that one muscle just seems to be a lot weaker than the one in the left. It was quite painful, and it sucked, and I actually left there with my leg feeling fine. I mean, it felt pretty numb pretty much the entire time. I felt great, and he told me that I cannot do anything for an entire week. I should probably stay off of it. So I can't work out for an entire week, which kind of worries me, just because I don't want to become lazy with it, and I've just gotten back into the routine of working out. I actually brought my bag, my gym clothes, and everything that I needed today, just in case he said I was fine. But from the looks of it, I'm not fine. And it didn't help on top of everything else, the fact that I do work long shifts, and I stand on my feet the entire shift. So it looks like I'll probably have to be wearing some really comfortable shoes to work for the next few days, because my knee, I don't know how well it's gonna take it. Yeah, so I'm just benched out on my I'm just feeling super lazy right now, and I was planning to go downtown, maybe walk around Kensington Market, or just go somewhere outside, and I really want to go outside because it seems like it's a beautiful day outside, as you guys can tell through my blaring white window. I really want to go outside, but I really don't want to walk too far or put too much stress on my knee, because now it's actually starting to hurt. It's been kind of nagging pain over the last few hours. So I'm trying to just relax it as much as possible, just being curled up on the bed. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that experience with all of you. It's something I would recommend trying. As far as right now, my experience was, I mean, it was a positive experience, and the guy was really friendly. Eventually, we started talking, just having conversation while the whole needle therapy, electro muscle spazzings were going on. We were sitting and having, well, I was laying down, but we were standing around and I was laying down and he was standing. We were having a conversation while it was going on. So at that point, I was already starting to forget about what was going on. I would recommend it if you guys are out there and you're in a little bit of pain. If you have anything busted or injured, I didn't know exactly what I did, and from the sounds of it, we figured it out. We kind of put all these things together that probably equaled out to what has been the effect of what had happened. But if you even have the slightest injury or slightest pain, and if you go to the gym often, your gym should, at some point, one of your gyms or a gym close by or the gym that you go to should have some sort of therapist or massage therapist or some sort of doctor, or the people that work there should know what they're talking about. And just talk to any of them. I ended up emailing this guy before I even bothered to go in. But I emailed him and I let him know kind of what was going on, that I had busted my knee and I didn't even know what was, I didn't know what I did to it. And I don't know definitively what, if I had managed to pull a muscle, if I managed to do some damage, but from the sounds of it, it was just an equal, it was a bunch of things that had just equaled up to what had inevitably happened. But just figure out and go to the doctor, whether it's a therapist, massage therapist, or an acupuncturist. Figure out what's going on, because you don't ever want to continue working out or working on a busted joint or a busted muscle or any kind of injury, because it's just going to get worse and you could possibly permanently damage it. That's what I was worried about. Not necessarily maybe permanently damaging it, but making it worse. So from the experience that I had today, it seemed like a positive one. It seemed to have helped my knee. I mean, it is a little bit sore and sensitive now, but I think it's going to be for the next few days. It's just a matter of me staying off of it and not working it too hard. Yeah, so it's just a matter of kind of relaxing it, and that's about it. And it's best to get that stuff checked out again. I would highly recommend checking it out before you getting it checked out before you continue doing any sort of workout or anything on it. That's about it. Maybe I'll get outside for a small walk later. I hope that it stops hurting, and I hope this actually did some good for it. We'll have to see in a week, and I will keep you posted.